Hello, welcome to day two. The clock's changed recently, and every time that happens, there seems to be some discussion on whether or not we should do this. And people talk about the impact on the economy, the impact on your health, the impact on your morning commute, and all sorts of things. But the reality is that there's still the same number of hours of daylight, or not, whichever case it may be, as we go. And that's the way that God has created the world. And so it happens every year. The seasons change, the times change, and we have sort of leading up to December 21st, we have fewer hours of sunlight. And then after December 21st, it goes the other way. And then June 21st is technically the longest day of the year with the most hours of sunshine. But one of the things we find at this time of the year, as we're sort of leading into Christmas as well, is that the need for more light. We want to see more light. And so the other day, Roy and I were out doing something in the evening and noticed that a lot of people, more people, have the Christmas lights up. And we ourselves don't have, they're not really Christmas lights, but they're just solar lights that are in some of the bushes and trees out front, and they look really cool. They're just obviously solar. They just come on whenever, when it gets dark, and depending on how much light they absorb during the day. And it's nice. We go through and look at them and say, "Oh, that's nice. It's pretty, and it's something," and we appreciate that. And I think it seems that this year, for many people, it's even more so. I've been seeing and reading a lot of comments on the need for celebrating this year, celebrating earlier. I saw something on CBC Music the other day, and they had posted what to do if you already feel an urge to listen to Christmas music. And then it said, go for it. It's been a tough year. Do what you need to do. This year, there's no judgment. What Christmas songs are you listening to? They asked. And I've seen various things. Drink your pumpkin spice, put up your Christmas tree. This year has been hard. Do whatever brings you joy. Another headline, or a few headlines, 7 reasons to start celebrating Christmas now. Another one, 40 Days of Santa puts the Chamber of Commerce on the nice list. A bit of a commercial thing. And another commercial one, instead of 12 days of Christmas, it will be the 12 weeks of Christmas. We were in a store the other day, and an announcement came over, and the gist of it was, it's been a difficult year. We all realize maybe the most important things in life now, and however we are all going to be able to celebrate Christmas this year, we hope that it's meaningful. And then it went on and about, we will help you in our store to make your Christmas meaningful. So many things. I read another one. After a year to forget, let's make Christmas 2020 a Christmas to remember. Put the tree up earlier than usual. Watch as many Christmas movies as you can. Decorate the house and garden like never before. Be extra jolly and full of that Christmas spirit. And of course, we add our own things to that, whatever it is that makes Christmas, leading up to Christmas, more meaningful. But again, a lot of it seems to be this year is just go out and celebrate, enjoy. We're grateful still to be alive. And again, the whole idea that it has been a difficult year. I found this somewhere. I don't know where I got it, a few years ago. And it's a little Christmas ornament, I think, pewter, and it says celebrate on it. And I keep it out. It's sort of hanging up at different places in the house. And it reminds me of celebrating and how important it is within our Christian faith. There are many ways that during this pandemic that we've been able to keep in touch with our church family and other church families. One of the beauties of happening now is there is so much available on YouTube and through the internet and so forth. And you can watch all sorts of church services. You can watch Christmas services now. One of the church services that we follow sometimes is Duke University Chapel in the States, and it's beautiful services. I was looking up something the other day and came across St. Paul's Cathedral in London, which is what I was looking for. But it had I think it was about an hour video on how they prepare for all of their services and all of the Christmas things, and it was beautiful. We watched it, and I was really sort of blessed by it and thought, oh, this is great. It's all part of leading up to the season, and of course we know that Christmas is not just a day, and we know that as we celebrate Advent and the 4 Sundays leading up to Advent, it's all part of our faith and all part that can help us draw closer to the Lord. There are so many things, like I said, that we can do and we can watch. And, yeah, you've probably seen those things where you get a fireplace, you watch on TV and there's a fireplace. Well, now I guess they've had them before, but fireplace with Christmas trees and Christmas music and snow falling and oh, they're really nice. And every now and then, flipping through something and on YouTube, that's where they all seem to be, I think, YouTube. And they're really quite nice, and you can have all sorts of genre of Christmas music, and it's just really quite nice, and kind of helps you to get into the spirit of it, if that's something that you need. And you know what, we really do all, I think, need it, especially this year. Those of you who heard devotions that I did in the spring, and if you know me very well at all, you'll know that one of my favorite books is Celebration of Discipline, and by Richard Foster, and also The Discipline of Simplicity is another of his books. I just really love them, and I found them very meaningful. And he talks about how celebration should be an integral part of our Christian walk. And of course, we know too that even in the first recorded miracle of Jesus, that he turned water into wine at a wedding. It was a party, it was a celebration. And one of the things that Richard Foster says, and tomorrow we're going to do part 2 of this, of celebration, but when he looks at the disciplines, you've got the inward disciplines, the outward disciplines, and the corporate disciplines. And celebration is one of those corporate disciplines. We celebrate with other people, usually. And he says this: celebration is at the heart of the way of Christ. He entered the world on a high note of jubilation. I bring you good news of great joy, cried the angel, which shall be to all people. Luke 2:10. He left the world, bequeathing his joy to the disciples. These things I have spoken to you, that my joy may be in you, and that your joy may be full. John 15:11. Tomorrow we will look at the second part of this in looking at celebrating, and whether we're celebrating Christmas, whether we're celebrating life, whatever it might be, how we can celebrate as his people. Bless you.